welcome into Sparkling Diamonds with Brittany and Robin. I am Brittany. So I'm half of this channel. Robin is the other half. She's my mom, so we're a mother-daughter duo who does lots of diamond painting content. So if you're new, welcome in. Definitely hit that subscribe button down below if you are interested in diamond painting content. Plus, we're going to have some other new stuff coming out. We've already been doing some mental health stuff this month. So any kind of crafts, if you like them, stay tuned. If you're returning, welcome back. We appreciate you guys always coming back to watch our videos. So in this video, instead of having one unboxing, I have 6. Well, technically 7. These are kits that I've gotten over the last month or so on restocks of MrsButterD's that I didn't have because at the time I'm participating in Be a Little Artsy, which is a MrsButterD's event, which actually runs through the end of the month. You can still join in to participate for prizes if you haven't. I'll link the Facebook group down below. So it's hosted by Leopard Leatherworks, which is where this package is going to come into play. But I only had one MrsButterD's kit. And so now, like as they restocked, I'm like, they've been on my wish list. And I was like, all right, let's just grab them. So we've got a wide variety of kits here. Some colorful, some pinks, some browns. It's a little bit of everything. So I'm excited to look at these. So before we start opening the kits though, I want to open this. So this was sent to me from Leopard Leatherworks. So I have been participating in her events, the Be a Little Artsy, which is the MrsButterD's event. And I have actually won some prizes. And so this is actually a prize. Sorry, these little scissors are not wanting to cut. I have to get the real scissors. Oh, there we go. So this was my most recent prize. And since these little things weren't doing it. And since it's associated with MrsButterD's, I figured we'd go ahead and take a look at it. Okay. Now we're good. Sorry, you hear me getting the scissors out behind me. Alright. What we got in here? Ooh, my favorite. We got some candy. Oh, lots of candy. Make sure I got it all out there. You got a card from Leopard Leatherworks who sent me this because she's the one hosting the event. And so this prize, let me get the candy off here too because it's going to just be in the way in a little bit. So this prize was one of the, so she has a couple of, I think there was 2 companies, 2 or 3. I think there's actually 3 companies who made event trays. Maybe it was just 2. But this is one of the event trays. And that was one of the ones I hadn't ordered. And you can actually still get it. Oh my goodness, I'm going to actually need the scissors again to get it out of the bubble wrap here, so hold on. So you can actually still order this if you want. This is from Creations Morin. And I've seen the photos of it and I've seen people using it, but I haven't actually looked at it yet, so I'm excited. Oh, it's so pretty. Look at that. So on the back, it's got the name of the event, Be a Little Artsy with MrsButterD's. I love the colors of this. It's got Creations Morin on the end. See if it'll focus for you to see that. Maybe not. There we go. And you've got part of her beautiful artwork here, which is actually Artist's Room. I think is the name of that piece that I don't actually have. So when you open it, it's just a white case. And then her little stoppers I like too. They just pop right out. Oh, you can't really see that. They just pop right out here. So just a plain white case with the writing, and I like the little pink stopper it ties together with an image, but this image is 3D printed onto the tray. It's so stunning. And now I can't get the lid back on, go figure. There we go. But that will be what I use when I finish up Artsy Girl, because I'm still working on finishing my kit for the event. Alright, so how are we going to do this? I think we're going to start with the smallest one and then maybe work our way up. I think that might be what we do, so let's put them in order. So the smallest, and then these 2 are actually the same, and this is by far the biggest. So we're going to start in that order. So first, let's get these off the table so we have room to look at it. So I'll try to, if there's a specific kit of these 6 that you want to see, I'll try to put bookmarks down below so you can skip to the specific one if you don't want to see them all. However, With this first one, I am going to show the toolkit, and I will not with the rest of them. So just wanted to give that disclaimer now. And you will not, I don't think I put it back in here. I don't think you'll see the treasure quest cards for any of these. These did all come with treasure quest cards, but on our weekly members only vlog, we actually will usually, for the most part, open kits up and look at them and look at the treasure quest cards. So that's kind of like the fun thing we do with them, and I don't always put them back in. So if I didn't put them back in, you're not gonna know. I will say I did get a black card with one of these kits. I'm pretty sure it was Artist Room. No, Artist Shop. I'm pretty sure it was an Artist Shop. Alright, so the first one we got here, Witch's Bedroom. So this is only 17 by 24 inches, or 42.9 by 60.7 centimeters. This is a square kit, 60 colors with 3 AB drills. So total drills in this one's 41,968. And this one I did have to take the whole plastic off because it was only partially wrapped, so when I went to open it, I was like, oh, might as well just take the whole thing off. Alright, so this toolkit is going to be just a little bit different in the fact of this is a smaller tray because this is a smaller kit. Otherwise, everything will be the same. Give that little disclaimer there. So in their toolkits, you will get your diamond painting tray. And as I said, this is definitely the smaller one. So the bigger kits, it's a little bit wider. And I think it's the same length and the same height, but it's a little bit wider if I'm not mistaken. So it has a lid, has a stopper. Almost forgot that in there. You're gonna get some extra baggies. You still get the pink wax. And then they've started putting the clear wax instead of the putty in these bins. So you have extra clear wax. And then preloaded in the single placer here, that's a twist. You just have the clear wax, and you would just basically twist it until the wax starts to come out the end there. On this end, they give you a 4 placer, and then they also give you a 7 placer. So as you get used to multi-placing, you can utilize that. So that's it. It is probably, it's still a pretty basic toolkit, but probably the better end of the toolkit because the tray's really good. The pen's also really good to use too, so. All right. So that'll be the only time you have to listen to the toolkit spiel here. Alright, so again, this is normally where you would find the treasure quest card. You probably won't see it in any of them because again, I've taken them out already when I did our vlog. So on these you'll have a small sticker of the image, as well as the information, a start date and an end date sticker. And on this side you've got the name of the kit as well as by MrsButterD. And then when you open it up here, you see all your colors. So again, this is 60 colors. It does have 3 ABs. These are still in this kit listed under 150, so they're up here at the top. And that's actually it. There's no fairy dust or anything in this one, so just the ABs. And guys, just because of the length of this video, we probably will not take out the specialty drills. I will still probably take the time just to show you where they're at on the canvas, but as far as like taking all the drills out and showing them to you, I won't. But if there's a specific kit you would like to see the drill colors out of, just let us know and we'll put a short up of just the drills for you to take a peek at, okay? Alright, I'm actually just going to leave this one laying here because this kit's so small it shouldn't matter. I've decided I need some more small kits in my life anyway, so some of these are perfect. Alright, our drill palette first. Ooh, very bright. Lots of pinks and yellows, couple browns, couple blues. Let's see, do I spot any of those ABs? I do see there is a yellow AB in here. I don't know how well you guys can see it on the camera there. Any other ones I see? Not jumping out at me though. Just that pretty yellow. Alright. Alright, so all of their canvases are poured glue canvases. And so what that means is you can roll the canvas back on itself to help it flatten. It will eventually self-flatten, so you don't have to, but you are able to with it being poured glue. And then these all have the soft, gorgeous felt backs with the scalloped and perforated edges along here, just to prevent some fraying. Alright, let's look at this cutie. Oh, this is a pretty one. This is just a pretty color palette. You've got lots of pinks and purples, not a lot of dark. You've got a little bit of brown. So pretty. Look at the little kitty. That might be my favorite part of it. Just that cute little kitty sitting there. Slippers on the floor. I've never seen this piece in person. I've obviously been seeing lots of them done by the event going on, but little cup of tea, her shirt. I also like this. She's brewing. Looks like, I'm assuming she's brewing a love potion with it turning into a heart, but that's so pretty. I still think the kitty's my favorite. So if you're a big pink person, this is probably for you. This has lots of shades of like pink and red, a little bit of purple thrown in, and obviously some yellows, but this is gorgeous and it's so cute. And now these will all, they're all newer kits because they're restocked. So you should have the perforated paper. So it's got easy perforations if you want to dishair them. All of them will be marked with the lines. Let's see, I don't know what you can see it there. So you can see the lines here, and these are perforated paper. So you could easily tear sections out of it if you didn't want to cut it or anything. All right. Now, our specialty drills. So because they're under 150 in this one, it's just going to be the numbers 1, 2, and 3. And honestly, it didn't look like there was a whole lot of them because one is actually, it looks like a white. And I do see there's just a few, and then you have the yellow. So I don't think there's a lot of any of these. So let's take a look. So we're looking for the numbers 1, 2, and 3. So 2 is that yellow that you could kind of see peeking out. And I actually see it in the plant leaves down here. And there's just a few right here that's like part of the bed. And then also right here, which is there's like a flask right here on her bed where she's making the potion. Let's see, anywhere else? I'm also looking for the other 2 while we're doing this. Okay, so one is like a light pink color. I see some of it right here, like the tip of her hat, and then also lining the edge right here and right here of the curtains. And then the last one we've got is, oh, there's a few more of the number 2 over here. There's another plant. So you have a couple more right here. And then also right here, which looks like something glass sitting on like a nightstand. And then number 3 is a white. And I see a couple right here in the coffee cup. Look, there's some more of that one, the pink right here, that makes the symbol on her little book or diary right here. I was looking for more of the white because there's really only like 10 there maybe, but I see a couple actually in the window. Kind of scattered throughout the window there, just like little dots. You can kind of see them there. So let's give you guys a quick look at the canvas up close here a little bit. This one's so small you don't really need a pan, you can just kind of take a look at it. So really clear symbols, really pretty canvas here. All right, oh, I almost missed the 2s, look at that. So this smoke that's coming up, and actually there's a few of the 1s here too. The smoke that's coming up from the pot here where she's making the potion, you've got like the smoke is lined and then the heart up here is lined with those 2s, and there's a few of the 1s in there too. I almost missed that. Oh, and actually look, there's a couple more of the 2s right here. It's like the candle flame. So I definitely will tell you guys when I do these, there's always a chance I miss some. I did almost miss those. And actually there's some more of the 2s around the coffee cup and 3s over here around the coffee cup. So, because it looks like there's almost like some magic happening because it looks like it's pouring something into the coffee cup and it looks like there's like stars around it. And so some of that right there around this on the canvas is some of those ABs. So pretty kit. All right, so I'm gonna talk while I'm rolling this one up. So what the plan is, since we're going through 6 kits, this is gonna be a longer video. What I'll do is as I start to put up the kit, I'll tell you guys, I'll be right back. And then I will skip, so you don't have to watch me put up the future canvases. I will skip me putting up the canvas and getting out the next canvas, and we'll skip to me already having out the drills and the sticker sheet and having the canvas laid out for the next canvas, just to save a little bit of time for you guys not having to watch all that. So I'm gonna finish putting Witch Bedroom back up, and I will grab the next one, which is gonna be Christmas Drink. So I will be right back. Ruthie, what's your mama doing? Huh? What's your mama doing? I thought you were bored and needed entertainment.
Are we recording?
Yeah, bro.
Ramen is here. Sparkling diamonds with Robin, who's done with school and bored.
All right, well, guys, I lied. I said I would skip to the next canvas being out, but we're almost there. But Robin joined us. So
Hello, how are you doing this without me?
she only missed one. She missed which bedroom? So we're doing them in order of size. So we're on to the second smallest. So this is Christmas drink. I told them they didn't get to that. I have no more treasure quest cards, guys, in these.
Why?
Because I took them out when we did the vlog, and I put them back in. So they have to check out the vlog if they wanna see.
I am going to pull up and have a seat and watch.
And look at. Have you unboxed any of yours? I told them at the beginning. I don't think I've ever seen any of yours opened. Because they were like when you first started getting them and you didn't look at all your canvases. I wasn't sure if you had.
No, I didn't open a lot of my first canvases, no.
So these might be first looks for her too, even though she already has most of them.
I looked at my thing the other day. I have 500 and some canvases.
Guys, we're going to start working on a stash video. I have a plan to make it go a little faster, so just...
I'm bored, guys.
Alright, so Christmas drink. So again, here is your little sticker, as well as the information. You've got Christmas drink and MrsButterD on the back. Alright guys, so then here is your color palette. So this one is, so remember the last one I showed you, the ABs were under 150, so this is where they've changed them. So you've got 2 ABs at the end with 4 fairy dust. This has 47 colors. And then here's a look at your color palette. So this is one of the round ones. I think I told you, but which bedroom is square, but this is one of the round ones. There are 2 rounds in this group. Now look at that. See that big old bag of red ABs there? And then I do see a green AB here too. The fairy dust never really pop out to me on these. So unless they're like right at the edge, I don't really see them. Nope. All right, let's put the sticker sheet back in here and look at this canvas. Because that's what we're really all here for. I'm a little, this one and then Witchcraft Room, I'm a little worried might be a little dark. Did I know this color palette doesn't look so dark?
This color palette's not dark at all.
So, we'll see. Alright.
Oh, that is not dark.
Oh, no, she's not. She's
that's
cute.
Pretty. What's this called?
This one is Christmas drink.
Oh. Do I have this one?
I think you do, because I think it was a Black Friday. I think maybe Black Friday originally, and you got it, and I just got it on restock. So she's very cute. You got the Christmas ornaments, then you've got her cute little reindeer ears. Look at her big old earring, too. And, of course, holding a cup of, I'm going to say hot cocoa. You got the gingerbread man in it. So super cute. Now this one is a little different. If you'll notice the perforation, they changed it to gray. Because I guess a lot of people didn't like the pink. So they've changed it to the gray in the more recent ones. You'll see that. She's so pretty. All right, we're going to take a look at some of these where the specialty drills go. Because I told you guys we weren't going to take them out, but we're going to look at where they go. So we've got lots of that red AB. There's a big bag of it. You'd think it'd stand right out, wouldn't you? Oh. So her whole scarf here, literally at the top, down to about right here where it switches to a different shade, is all that AB. And I actually don't readily see it anywhere else on the canvas, so it looks like it's mainly just her scarf. Wait, hold on. This ornament up here is striped with it. So you can see. That ornament there has it striped in it too. All right, next, our other AB is actually green. And there weren't a whole bunch of those. Her eye. I think literally might be the only place it is, right here in her eye. It is. All right, now we get into our fairy dust drills. So first you have, it looks like a gray shade maybe? It's Z646. And it is the dollar symbol. So let's see where I see that at. Oh. This ornament here is going to be striped with that color. And I actually don't... There's a few in the coffee cup, because because it's got a design on the front, so there's a few in there. And then actually it looks like maybe her fingernails, some of them are, I think that's what that's supposed to be. Is that her fingernails there? Yeah. So a little bit of design here, and then her fingernails are actually that color. It actually looks like it might be like a very, very pale green. All right, next. And actually I just noticed I have some more red AB down here at the bottom.
Is it 666?
No, actually no, that red AB is 350, but I'm actually getting ready to do a fairy dust, which is 666. And that is the lowercase n. So, ooh, her lips are also some of that AB. It's funny, I told you guys I definitely don't see everything on the first time, so you guys are seeing as I'm looking for other symbols, I'm finding more of that. Okay, so some of the N up here in her bow of her hair. So right up here at the top. And I didn't see any in her scarf or anything down here, so I think that might be it. It is. All right, two more. Next is a yellow shade of fairy dust, and it is 3856. And it's the down arrow. And it actually looks like it's going to be this ornament here. So the stripes in this ornament as well as the top. But then actually there's also, and this ornament too actually, so both these ornaments are striped with that fairy dust. And then actually there's a couple right here in one of her horns. Ironically enough, in the other one there's not any. So it's literally just this one is outlined with it. Actually, nope, the top part of her scarf here where it's like the lighter shade around the edge, there's some of that fairy dust there. And a little bit actually in the candy cane. And that actually looks like it. Our last one is going to be a white. So it's that 3865. And there's going to be a couple of them scattered right through here. And then in her earring, there's quite a few. And then her eye has a couple. The candy cane also is striped with several of those. She's got like, it looks like a little brooch right here that's holding her scarf on. So there's several in that. And then the snowflakes. She's got snowflakes up here. And then those, all four are going to be that fairy dust. So she's pretty. I was actually, based off of the box and stuff, I thought she was going to be a little darker, but she's actually really pretty.
She is. I like her.
So. All right, we're gonna do the magic where I'm gonna put this one up and I'll be back with the next one. So the next one's gonna be Witchcraft Room, which is one I'm not sure about. So I'll be right back. All right, guys, we are back with Witchcraft Room. So let's take a look at the sticker sheet on this one, get some information. So this one's 22 by 30 inches. It is gonna be square. It has 53 colors. And again, here's your title, Witchcraft Room by MrsButterD. So these colors, we have 53 again, and this has 2 ABs, so these are going to be up here under 150 again, but then 3 fairy dusts in this one, so 5 specialty drills to look at. So on first impression, there is several bags of this dark brown here. I'm going to show you in just a second once I get the sticker sheet back in here. But the rest of the colors actually are a little lighter, like there's some beiges, there's a few reds, some yellows, some white, so the rest of them aren't too bad. So this might actually not be as dark as I was thinking. See lots of this 3857 here. But I do already see this big white right here is a bag of fairy dust. So lots of that in there. I see what looks like a yellow or an orange AB. Looking to see if I saw any other specialty drills jumping out here at me. But I don't. So one last look. Now we'll look at the canvas here. Alright. Let's see how this one looks. Whoa, she is pretty. I don't know, she looks so much darker than I thought she was going to be compared to those drills. Like there is lots of that brown, but like this side's pretty light. But then over here's a little darker. I don't know. I'm going to have to look at a picture of this one finished to see. Have you seen this one? I don't know if you have. She's pretty. Like there's a lot going on, but she is a little darker.
I don't really like that one. What's this one called?
Witchcraft Room.
Do I have it?
I don't know.
I don't like it, so if I have it, I would de-stash it.
So I think I'd want to see a picture done because I don't know if And this is the one I was on the fence about going back and forth about getting in my cart.
When was it released?
I actually don't know when the initial release was. I don't, because since I got all these on D-Stash, on D-Stash, on Restock, I don't remember. So we'll still take a quick look at the specialty drills. So I don't know, if you guys have seen this one, I guess I'll look in the MrsButterD's event group and see if somebody's finished this one or is working on it. Just to kind of get an idea of what it looks like. 'Cause sometimes when you start putting drills on it, it looks a little bit different, but...
Her artwork really is hit or miss, isn't it? It depends on...
Well, I'm like, most of the ones I have here are the bright, colorful ones, and the one I'm working on is like a bright and colorful one. So this one is just a darker one, I think.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, you know, like there's some artists like, I was like, oh my gosh, I want this. And then some artists you're like, you know, there's pieces you like and pieces you don't.
Yeah, yeah.
And she's one that there's pieces
either you really like it or you really don't like it. So I'm gonna guess the first one is an AB. It's 131. It's a yellow. So there's a little bit right here. There's actually some spots lining like the edge of her hat up here. I'm gonna guess the lantern over here. Yep, a little bit at the bottom, and then the top of this lantern. There's a little bit right here, and also a little bit in the flask she's holding. And then there is a little bit down here, which is the top of that bottle. And then the other AB is actually a red. So let's see. And it's going to be the number 2 symbol. So the question is, where is that going to be at? Okay, there is a little bit right here in the lantern of the smaller lantern. I actually don't see any in the larger lantern. A little bit along the edge of the star up here. What else? That's actually it. And I don't think I pointed out that yellow AB. There's some on the handle of the lantern there. But I don't see any more of that red. So I think it's just a couple in the lantern there and a couple by the edge of the star, and that might be it. Because I don't see any at the bottom. So we'll keep looking. If I see any more, I'll point them out, but I think that might be it. Alright, so first we're going to do the white fairy dust because it's the last one, but it's the easiest one to point out. So anywhere you see the bright white, that's just the single dot. It's like the edge of her bangs. There's some on the edge of the star. Some in her hair here. Some coming out of the smoke of the little flask here. And then like highlighting. So there's some along the edge of the lanterns. Some along the edge of the room here. And then down here at the bottom, like the edge of the pages. So anywhere you see just like a little bit of like highlighting. So just a couple spots on the plan down here too. All right, next we have 744, which is another fairy dust, and it's a yellow. So you're gonna see just a few around where that AB was at the top of this, but then also the candle. There's a few right through here around where the flask is, the top of this right here, and the side even. There are quite a few of that yellow fairy dust in this big lantern, and some in the small. And then just highlighting little places here. This whole star is going to be the yellow of this star is going to be that fairy dust. And a little bit right here in her hat. I was going to see if I saw any in the leaf down here, but I don't think I do. Well, there's a couple. There's literally 3 right here at the bottom. And then the last one is J, which is 3855. And I actually do see those at the edge of the leaf. Right here, there's just a few. And a few in the top part of the candle here, and actually right through here there's just a couple. Where else? Oh, part of her hair right here again. And then right here at like the edge of the, looks like a dresser right here maybe. There's quite a few right here that's part of the wall coming down here. And then the edge of the picture frame. And actually the top edge of her hat here too. And again, some more back here on the back part of the hat. So there's quite a few of those. But that's it for the specialty drills on this. So let me know your thoughts down below, guys. If you guys have completed this one, your thoughts on this one, what it looks like finished. Or if you haven't in your stash. Curious to see what you guys think. If you guys think the same thing, if it looks a little dark to you guys. This one may end up as a D stash for me. I've got to think about it. I do like her artwork, but this one just might be a little bit darker than I like. So we'll see. So I'm going to put this one up. And next one I know is not going to be destashed because it's a very bright kit. So I'll be right back with the next one, which is makeup routine. All right, guys. We are back with makeup routine. So this is going to be the other round kit. Here's a look at what it looks like. You have 49 colors. This is going to be the same size as Witchcraft Room, so 22 by 31 inches. Again, there's the title with MrsButterD on the back. And here's a look at your color palette.
I like that her kits are not extremely huge.
They are not. So this one has 4 fairy dust, but it also has a crystal in it. I didn't know there was a crystal in this one, actually. So that's exciting. I'm a sucker for specialty drills. If I can get this thing closed back so we can look at the drills here. This one I can already tell you is much, much brighter. Look at that color palette. Look at that color palette. And you can see the crystals kind of peeking out a little bit right here. And actually there's 2 big white bags of white fairy dust there. I was looking to see if I could see any other ones. I don't, but I also don't spot it as easily as I do some of the other ones. The ABs stand out. The fairy dust don't. Oh, there's like a, I don't know what kind of shade you want to call that, but it's like an off shade of green. All right. So let's take a look at this one. I already know I'm gonna like this one because I think it's just beautiful. So let's look at her. Oh yes, yes, yes. She's beautiful. I love her hair. Probably my favorite part of this. The tealish yellow into like the pale, almost looks like purple. And how she's sitting there, she's putting on her makeup. This is definitely a piece that reminds me of you because you used to have your vanity there and you'd sit in front of your vanity and put on your makeup and stuff. Yeah. This is like a memory of mom piece here. She's got the pretty, I don't know if you can see, you got pretty flowers in a vase here. Then she's got like some roses down here. Obviously, you got her makeup kind of scattered throughout her brushes, her lipstick, some perfume.
Definitely mom.
Looks like her eyeshadow palette. So yeah, this would definitely be a mom. So I'm excited to look at some of these special deals because some of these, again, I've never really seen the unboxing of. I don't know. The older ones, I guess I just didn't watch as many unboxings. And like I said, I didn't have any of these before. So I'm curious to see where some of these specialty drills go. Because the first one we're looking at is going to be the crystal. So... And actually, I guess that makes sense. It's all the lights around her mirror.
Oh, that would be pretty.
That's going to be gorgeous. So literally every single light around her mirror is that crystal, and I don't see them anywhere else on the canvas. You do have a white fairy dust also, and that's going to be lots of places. So around, like on the mirror, surrounding where the light is to kind of make it that reflection. But then also like her curtain up here has like this X pattern of it. It goes all the way down the edge of some of the flowers. Part of her the top of her vanity, all along like the edge of her shirt, her hair. Lots of that. You saw there's 2 full bags of it. The mirror on the compact here. Again, just kind of outlining everything. Her clothes, her hair, lots of stuff on the vanity as well as the makeup. Pretty pretty. All right. Next we have $8.94, which is the symbol H. So let's see where that's going to be at. Oh, I see a little bit right here on the vanity. So there's a little bit right here. I'm not sure. That's just part of the actual like tabletop of the vanity right here, or if it's no, actually it looks like it's part of like a zipper, like it looks like there's like a zipper pouch or something right here, like a makeup bag, and it actually looks like that might be part of it. And I'm actually not readily seeing those anywhere. Oh no, there's some of the flowers up here at the top. There's a few right here. Oh, and actually this pretty, there's like a picture on the wall, like the edge of the butterflies are actually the, that pretty, it's like a pink fairy dust. So that'd be pretty. All right, next we have S, which is like that tealish, like off kind of green fairy dust. So the number is 3813 is the DMC. So first you're gonna see a couple down here in the leaves around the roses. And then as we go up, there's a couple in her jar that's holding all her makeup brushes, as well as the leaves of the flowers in the vase. But then also, like the top part of her hair where it's turning from like a yellow to a tealish color right there, but then also at the bottom in the bag back here. So that's gonna make her hair stand out quite a bit. And that's actually it. I don't see anywhere at the top that has it, so that's gonna be it for the green. And then the last one is the symbol P, and it's 3823, which is like a yellow color. And so I see some of that already kind of lining the edge of her shirt, as well as like her earring here and her ring on her finger, as well as like her bow that's in her hair. Again, on the jar, on the makeup, that's holding the makeup brushes, the edge of her lipstick, lining like the edge of her table here, as well as like the edge of the vase here, and a lot of it in the curtain. So right here, and then as you go up, there's 2 lines of it up here at the curtain. And then actually there's a little bit, like right here's like the corner of the wall, it looks like. There's 1 line there. A little bit right here, which is like she's got something hanging on the wall with her necklaces hanging down, so the 2 charms here have it. And then the edge of the mirror. So, it's really pretty. Oh, and I just realized you can actually see the reflection of the butterfly painting in the mirror. That's pretty neat. Small little details. So she's pretty. I think this one might be my favorite one so far. The next 2, I don't know if they're gonna top it or not. I do kind of like the theme of the next one, and then I like the colors of the last one. So I don't know. I don't know if this one can be topped, but we'll see. We shall see. So I'm gonna put this one up and I'm gonna come back next. The next one's Magic Broth Ramen Shop. Our 5th kit. We got 1 more after this, so thanks for sticking around if you've hung out this long. So now we have Magic Broth Ramen Shop. So this kit is square, 58 colors, 22 by 31 inches. And here's a look at our colors. Lots of yellows and oranges and browns in this one. You have 2 ABs and 5 fairy dust. So I'm a big ramen person, so that's part of the reason why I think this one may potentially top the other, but I really like the color palette of makeup routine. So we're gonna see. So here's a look first of all at our colors here. This is actually pretty bright. I love this shade of yellow. You have 2 huge bags already, I can see, of this 3855 fairy dust. But here's a look at your color palette. Again, this yellow right here is gorgeous. All right, let's see what kind of specialty drills I can peek out here, if I can peek out any, because again, we have 2 ABs. I see a small bag of yellowish orange fairy dust there. I see, it looks like almost like a pale purple almost, or pink AB there. There's just a few of those. I think that's all I'm spotting out of this bag. But I always love seeing you got 2 big fat bags of fairy dust there. That always makes me so excited. All right. Are you ready? Let's see. I don't know, this is kind of fun. It's not quite as dark as Witchcraft Room was. It's a little bit brighter. And it is kind of fun. I do like the ramen stuff everywhere. You got the magic ramen back there. She's stirring a pot. You got some noodles here, mushrooms. Love her little, she's wearing the apron. They've got the matching shirts on. I don't know, this one's kind of fun too. The hot sauce. Just trying to look at all the little details. Oh, that's cute. You got like a little, it's almost like a, what are they like? It's like the lucky cat thing. That's what that looks like. All right. Let's look at these specialty drills. So number 1 is an orange, which is 132. And actually I see it in the center of the eggs, the boiled egg up here, as well as like the crosses around it. And it's pretty bright. I don't see any of it down here at the bottom. So I think that might be it. It is. So just right there. And the 2 eggs and then the little crosses. Next you have a white AB, which is the dot. And there aren't a whole lot of those either. So right here, but then also like the edge of her glasses. So where it's really bright in her glasses, that's also going to be that white AB. And that's it, because there's actually not any at the bottom either of that. So now we look at our fairy dust, which we have 5 of. So the first one is a green, and it is $3.69. I think this is what Robin calls the stop or something. I call it the no symbol. So there's actually some down here in the what I think is supposed to be the salt and pepper shakers down here. And then actually in the bottom down here of this jar. And I think that's it actually.
Do you like that one?
I do actually. I think it's just because it's fun. There's so much going on. Like, look, there's a little lucky cat here. They got the ramen, all the mushrooms.
I have that one.
You do. There's just so much going on. And I like the magic of making the ramen with the boiled eggs and the mushrooms and everything up here.
I'm pretty sure I've seen that one worked on.
It's definitely very pretty. All right, our next one is going to be a yellow fairy dust, and it's $7.43. And I can already tell you right here in the noodles. So some of the noodles are going to be blinged up a little bit. The top of the hot sauce jar. Whatever it is the lucky cat's holding right here. Looks like a symbol maybe, I don't know. But then also the noodles here. And that's actually all of it. So that's mostly the noodles, the top of the hot sauce, and whatever the cat. It almost looks like the cat's holding a symbol there. All right, our next one is $7.44, which I think is like another yellowish orange, and it's a lowercase a. So some of it right here along her hand where she's got, it kind of looks like she has a glove on her hand. She does, I think, yeah. It's like the top part of her glove, the edge of her shirt. I was looking to see if it matched in her, but I don't see any in her. I do see some of the edge of her hat. And then what is this hanging down here to you? It almost looks like a lucky, like, something like for luck. I don't know. Guys, what is this? This hanging down from here.
Why do you call it something for luck?
Just because of the way it's got like a good luck cat and like the symbolism and stuff. I feel like that might be some like kind of lucky thing.
I don't know.
What is this? But anyway, there's some of that other fairy dust and the like the parts that almost looks like the end of a broom almost. I don't see any more of that one. So now we have it's gonna be a pretty orange, $38.53. So let's see. I do see some of it right here in like, I think this is supposed to be an onion. Oh, her broth. So around the edge and in the middle here, there's quite a few of that. And then also scattered along through here where there's like the bottom of this mushroom, right through here. And there is actually a little bit right here in the top of, like the kitty has a little hat on. The lucky cat has like a little hat. And that looks like that's it. So then the last one is the one that we have a ton of. I'm pretty sure that's the one we have 2 bags of, right? $38.55? Yes. So that's like the clover symbol. So you're gonna see it anywhere you see like the dark scattered throughout here. It's gonna be that, but then this entire background of like cloud, like what's supposed to be like the magic is all gonna be it. There's quite a few in her glasses along the edge here. There's some right here. There are a couple, let's see, this little symbol on her hat. Actually parts of the wall too up here at the top, man, there are tons of it. Let's see, yep, the whole table down here has quite a few. Let's see. A few more down here, but I think most of it again is going to be this part right here.
A lot going on.
See, I do like this one. I don't know, again, I don't know if it tops makeup routine, but I have a feeling the next one may top all of them.
Which is ironic, you don't even wear makeup.
I don't, but it's a very pretty kit though.
I know.
And it reminds me of you.
Aww, how sweet.
You sitting in front of you. I can hang it by where you don't sit in front of your vanity anymore because you've got rid of your vanity. But I can put it where the vanity used to be.
No, yeah, no. Still wear makeup.
It's funny. Look at all the white stuff from the back of the canvases that's come off on the table here. I don't know if you guys probably can't see it, but we can. All right, I'm gonna put this one up, and we'll be back with the last one, which is the largest one.
I feel like the vanity thing was a lot of a during COVID thing.
Hey. All right.
When everybody was doing makeup.
All right, guys, this is gonna be our last one.
Okay, I think this is probably gonna be my favorite.
I think this one's gonna be my favorite too. I don't know. I think it's gonna be between this and makeup routine, but this one might win out. So this is art shop, guys. All right. let's get last one out here.
Did you tell them that MrsButterD has her own shop?
I did not say. We talked about the event, but I didn't actually talk about her store.
So MrsButterD does have her own shop, and I'll tell you a little bit about it while Brittany is opening up the canvas. So you can buy a lot of MrsButterD stuff from her own shop.
Yeah, because she's got some other pretty pieces of artwork that I really, really like that have not been released as diamond paintings. So. Because I follow her on Facebook, so anytime she comes up, she makes a post or stuff, like I'll see other pieces of artwork that she's finished and released, but obviously you can't make everything she makes into diamond paintings, but...
She has coloring books, washi tape, stationery, sticker sheets, keychains, prints.
I did not know she had her in washi tape. That would have been cool.
This washi tape is absolutely...
Is it like her artwork, or is it just like the stuff she designed?
Oh, it is definitely her drawing, because you know her drawing anywhere, right? Like, she's one of those artists like you just know, right?
Yeah.
And oh my gosh, her coloring books are out of this world.
If I had some really nice markers, I might do her coloring books, but I'm a marker person.
They are digital versions of her. So you could download them and color them on your iPad.
That might be fun to try.
And there's a comic book spooky version, which is a diamond painting. Oh my goodness! So while you're still on, there's all kinds of stickers.
What's the? Actually, I'll put. So if you guys are interested in checking out her shop, I'll make sure I grab the link and I'll put it in the description down below for you.
She has an Alice in Wonderland sticker collection and art print.
Huh.
And then you can go to digital. So the digital download coloring book is $9. Is $10. So I think it depends. Some are $9, some are $10.
Huh. So here's the name, and then here's your little small picture. Again, this is the largest one. It has 60 colors. It is 25.6 by 32.3 inches, so definitely the largest of the few by quite a few inches both ways. Out of the 60 colors, you have 3 ABs and 6 fairy dusts. So this one also has the most specialty drills.
Get me out of here.
Oh, Lord, guys. We're going to have to go drag her away from MrsButterD's shop before she spends money in it, guys. Come on. Alright, let's look at this color palette though. So pretty.
She has a mouse pad.
Oh goodness. MrsButterD is about to make a lot of money off of Ramen over there. So I see right here back to back you've got a pretty purple and a pretty pink AB. It does look like this white there's 2 bags of is a fairy dust. With there being 6, I was thinking I'd see more, but again, the pretty blue over here is also a fairy dust. Sometimes the fairy dust is the harder one for me to pick out without taking them out of the bags.
Oh, it just was a diamond painting. It may be Dreamer Room. Do you know if that's a diamond painting?
I don't know if it is. Let me see the image here. No, I don't think it is.
That is absolutely gorgeous.
She's got a couple gamer ones that I like that I'd love to see as diamond paintings. Alright guys, who's ready to see art shop? Who's ready? I am. Let's look at her. Oh, she won't flip over. Oh, yes. Yes. Yes, this... I don't know, man. It might be a tie for me, actually. Like, I like the bright colors of makeup routine, but I love the design of this one and the fact that I think all of us, this calls to all of our hearts of being art supplies, even though it's not diamond painting. You've got, obviously, the tons of pens or markers here, whatever you want to call it. You've got the paints, paint brushes. Again, I like she always has the cats. So you got another cat down here.
Okay, here we go. She has Olivia, who's a witch student, who you saw already.
No, I have not. That one's an archive one that I don't have.
Oh,
Olivia,
really?
witch student, I do not have that one.
So she's a student of the Herbalist Witch Academy. I thought she had some diamond paintings after her. And then she has another one, Kyra, the mysterious Gerby girl.
Oh, these are her characters'
names. Artsy girl. Artsy girl is.
Oh, I wonder if that's her.
That is.
With the pink hair?
Yes, Kirby's her name.
So this is Kirby is who the name.
No, Kyra. Sorry, Kyra.
Oh, Kyra. Sorry, excuse me. So this is Kyra. According to Ramen over there, she's browsing through her website, but I do like her hair in this one.
And then she has somebody named Rainbow, which I've not seen a diamond painting made after, but she's absolutely gorgeous.
Robin's down the rabbit hole, guys. down the MrsButterD's rabbit hole. And then I think this might also be one of my favorite parts, the Meow Art Supply sign on the top there. Alright, so then now the real question is, where are all the special drills? And this is such a big kick compared to the other ones. This actually reminds me about the same size as Artsy Girl. And I'm actually really enjoying Artsy Girl way more than I even thought I was going to, so. Alright, so the first one is number 1, and it's like a pink AB. And that is literally scattered throughout her whole hair. Love that. So I see tons of it in her hair. Let's see, do I see anywhere else? There's a couple right here along just the edge of this jar of paint right here. But I don't see anywhere else. So that's gonna make her hair look stunning. All right, next is 2, which is an orange AB. And I see that in this jar right here. And then also like the tops of these little jars right there. I hit some in the kitty's little, I don't know if you want to call it a bell, his charm, his tag, whatever you want to call it right here. And that's actually gonna be it for the orange. Not a lot of that. Next, pretty purple AB, and guys, there's a lot of it. There's some in the collar of the kitty, some in the edge of the markers right here and right here. Her whole main part of her backpack, the bulk of it is that AB, as well as some of the arm of the backpack. Over here, the little flags. This one has a few, this one has a few, most of these couple flags, and then this one. Let's see, there's a couple in the edges of the jars right here, and then kind of scattered throughout between the jars there. Any in the mirror or the windows up here? Yeah, actually, there's quite a few in the windows. Mainly this window, there's a few right here, and then actually those are all 5s. So just right through there at the edge of that part. And actually a couple in the part of her bow right here, actually, too. So lots. Oh, that purple AB.
Crafts with Crashly has a release paper that has the Dreamer Room picture on it that we loved.
Oh, yes.
Cozy Gamer, which you mentioned. And Ocean Girl.
And we'll show you a couple. I know I showed you guys the tray already. There's a couple other things that I'll show you that you can get from Crafts with Crashly for MrsButterD if you're interested when we finish up here. All right, next let's start looking at these fairy dust. So the first is a green, and it is $3.69, and it's just a square. I see a couple in the leaves here of this plant, so kind of scattered throughout there. And then down here at the bottom, you have another plant, and there are quite a few in the edge of the plant down here in the leaves. All right, next is 743, which is a yellow. So I see some right here. You've got just a few, again, in the kitty's little bell, tag, whatever you want to call it. There's a couple right here in this little, looks like a patch or something on her backpack. And then over here in this jar of paint. And that's it for that one, so not a ton of that one. Next is 775, which is the symbol X. And it kind of looks like a shade of blue. So let's see. Let's pull her down here a little bit. Okay, so this window right here, the bottom part of the window has quite a bit of it in there. This one jar of paint right here also. I do see a couple right here at the edge of this color pins. And I don't actually see any of that at the bottom. Next is 3833. And this is an up arrow, and it's like a pinkish shade. This one might be harder to find because there are so many pinkish shades in this canvas. So let's just look. Oh, right here in her hair. Oh, her hair's like mostly specialty drills. Okay, that's pretty. So most of her hair, where you see the brighter pink, is gonna be that fairy dust. And I'm actually, oh no, this jar right here. And actually there's a couple right here along the edge of whatever this is that's dangling down here. But that's it, I don't see that one anywhere else. Next is 3851, which looks like a teal shade. So this jar right here of paint is gonna be that fairy dust. There's a few little things right here that are in the top of this little case. So there and there. These are like smaller things of paint. So right there, those 2 little dots. And then these pins right here. And last is the 2 big bags of white. I think, wasn't it that one that we had 2 bags of? Yes, the white fairy dust. So anywhere you see the bright white. So right here, some along her shoes. There's a couple over here scattered throughout obviously the paint jars, the edges of the paintbrush here, some along the edge of her shorts, a little bit in her hair, lots of the jars and paints up here, and then lots along the window and then the window cover right there. All right, so let's see. So we haven't unboxed these yet, but you guys can still check them out. So these come from Crafts with Crashly. They're the Be a Little Artsy cover minders. So you can get either one of them. I believe both are still available on her shop if you guys are interested in that. She also has tons of release paper from MrsButterD's, and she's constantly coming out with new stuff from the artists she signed, including MrsButterD's and tons of other ones. So definitely check out Crafts with Crashly if you're interested in some release paper to match your diamond paintings. But that's it, guys. So this was my MrsButterD's haul. I hope you guys liked it. Let me know down below which one is your favorite. I'm gonna call mine a tie between art shop and makeup routine. Which was your favorite, you think?
Makeup routine.
Yeah. So lots of gorgeous artwork. Again, let me know down below which one is your favorite one, but that will do it for this video, and we will see you guys on the next one. Don't forget to be kind to everybody in the real world, online, and in our comment section down below. Bye, guys!
Bye!